So the league's gone, the Champions League's gone here at Saving United, but we have got the chance for the double still. We've got Liverpool in the FA Cup final, and it's happening right now. Okay, viewers, welcome back. Let's get straight into business. We have got the chance to win our second piece of silverware of the save and the second piece of silverware of this season. As you can see, Arsenal won the league in the last episode, and we got knocked out of the Champions League with a bit of a whimper, really. We lost 4-0, but we're going to be bringing you the Liverpool game against the Liverpool FA Cup final. We're going to be bringing you Ipswich, Crystal Palace and West Ham just to round off this season. And then all the big dogs will be coming in on their free transfers. You see there, Kane, Konza, Scalvini, Sharda, Paz, Fafana. They're all coming in. It's going to be a different side next season. We will be challenging for the league. I am certain of it. But we've got to work with what we've got for this massive cup final today. Lamens, despite absolutely falling to pieces in that game against Real Madrid, he is going to start in goal. Goalkeeper. As soon as we get that transfer budget, goalkeeper is a must. Teo Hernandez still is not ready to play, so it's going to be Dorgu and Pubil, with Yoro back from his European suspension, and De Ligt. Onana, Enzo and Bruno makes up the usual midfield, and Rashford, he's going to play this one whether he's fit or not. Rashford, Endrick and JJ Gabriel are going up front. So we're back to what I would consider is our strongest lineup, maybe apart from Teo Hernandez. So there should be no excuses today. Gallagher and McTominay. I'm probably going to go Gallagher. I just think he's a bit more versatile. We can bring him on a couple of positions if we need him. Sterling and Chido Obi are going to make up the bench. Hopefully, we don't need to go to the bench to try and find a solution. Hopefully, we go to the bench to give some players some minutes in a cup final that we're going to comfortably win. But there's a long way to go before we think about subs. So, let's see how we can get on. This is a good Liverpool side. Tammy Abraham, Jared Bowen, new signings. Matt Weafer's in there. Calvin Bassey's there. Andy Robertson is still there with Allison. So yeah, it is a decent side. In terms of how this first half is going, it's cagey. They've had 3 shots. We've had 2. Nothing too much is happening at the moment. There's not been a lot of drama. Are we going to go in at 0-0 at half time? Or they've had a penalty appeal turned down, but we are going to go in at 0-0 at half time. Front 3, I'm probably looking for a bit more from them, although we haven't really got. We've only got Chido Obi we can bring on. It probably will be for Rashford, who is playing the best out of the front 3, but is probably the one that's struggling the most. We have got Sterling as well, I suppose. We could bring Sterling off the bench. Half an hour to go. Still no goals for either side. Liverpool do seem to be having the better of the game here. I think Rashford's done, so I think we're gonna go for Sterling. And I think we need some legs. I'm thinking about Bruno off. He isn't having the greatest game. And Conor Gallagher on. And then leave a sub in case we need it. If we go extra time, something like that. But yeah, it's a bit of a nerve-wracking one, this, when not a lot's happening. We're playing under the arch at Wembley. We're in the last few minutes, the last knock-ins of 90 minutes. And it's going extra time. It is going extra time. Do I want to make a sub? We've got Chido Obi, we've got Mazraoui. We're not going to change the goalkeeper, who's having a stormer again now. Does Chido Obi affect this game? We're going to bring him on. We're going to throw him in, I believe. I've got a gut feeling Chido Obi affects this game. He was the name I mentioned a couple of times when we were looking at subs, and I've looked behind me at my bench, and I've said it's his time. As soon as I say that, Florian Wirtz goes and scores. All right, no messing around now. We need to go and get something here, boys. We're going to lump it long. We are going to lump it long. And we're just going to try and pen them back a bit and see if we can nick something. We haven't got long. Last few minutes at the FA Cup final. Do we have a hero? We don't. Oh. The end of this season is not going how I would have wanted. Lamens gets man of the match. But because of that Florian Wirtz goal for Liverpool, we've lost. And to be honest, we only hit the target 3 times in 120 minutes. Not good enough. Next season, honestly, next season couldn't come quick enough for me. We are straight into league action here against Ipswich, 14th in the league. I mean, we haven't really got anything to play for here. Haven't really got anything at all to play for. I don't think Liverpool are going to catch us. And we obviously can't win the league. Is there anybody that we want to give some game time to? I don't think there is. I'm looking at the reserves and there's nobody really. I mean, maybe Godwill Kukonki. Someone let me know in the comments if I've absolutely butchered that. Maybe we'll give him a little run out, Why not? We're going to go Vitek. Should we play the academy, boys? Should we see how many players from the academy we can get out onto the pitch? Brian Austin is obviously a regenerated player, but he's going to play. He's coming along really nicely, to be fair. Can we do an 11 of academy players here? Collier, Fitzgerald. This is where we're going to struggle. No, McTominay. Can we do an 11? Fletcher, Gabriel, and Ethan Wheatley. We could. This is the first time I think we've done this, but we're going to do a starting 11 of academy players. Why not? Why not indeed? They're all good players. They are certainly all good players. I'll tell you what, Rashford came through the academy, didn't he? Of course. So we could do that. We'll put Gabriel through the middle. He likes it through the middle. There we go. Yeah, why not, eh? Kukonki can have number 21. Let's see. Let's see, shall we? How do these boys get on? Mark Clattenburg's the referee. Remember him? People may be saying that this is disrespectful towards Ipswich, but actually, these are all still good players. We've been developing them. We're a few seasons in now. We've been working on these players for a long, long time, and drip feeding them game time. I suppose I've got a lot of big name players coming in, so in the summer. So what I'm kind of looking at here is there anybody that I need to be aware of, that if I don't see them play, I'm just going to shove them out the door? I suppose that's kind of part of my thinking here. Because we've got Ezri Konsa coming in, but does that mean that the 2 centre halves that we've got here already aren't going to be required? We're going to have to break the Academy 11 by putting Mazraoui on at left back due to a Harry Amas injury. So that's a little bit disappointing. But this is a chance for these young lads to kind of show me what they've got. I mean, we know what JJ Gabriel's got. We know what he's about, don't we? Look how many goals he scored. That's his 44th of this season. 24 of them have come in the league. He is absolutely outstanding. Completely outstanding. Gabriel off. I'm just thinking about legs now. Gabriel off, and maybe can't do too much here. For Brian Austin's just going to have to play. Just going to have to play. And we'll do Rashford for Raheem Sterling. We don't want him getting injured, do we? I think this confirms top 4 for us with a couple of games to play. Yeah, there's some good performances here from the boys. Vitek in goal, Austin and Collier done well. I mean, the only players that have kind of got a bit of a subpar rating are Harry Amas, who came off injured, and Ethan Wheatley, who is playing out of position. So, I mean, all in all, it's not bad, is it? It's not too bad. He's going to be out for 3 weeks, so that's probably is going to be the end of his season. But no time to breathe. Crystal Palace next, and do I play the same side? With obviously Harry Amas coming out. Teo Hernandez is back. Who do we feel we need to have a look at? We probably need to have a bit of a look at McConville, who was our first ever signing, by the way. Let's have a look at McConville. I think let's have a look at Jack Fletcher in midfield. We normally use him out wide. But yeah, let's just have a look, shall we? Of course we'll have a look. Diego Leon. So we're going to keep Collier in. Brian Austin is struggling, so yeah, there's no point playing him if he's injured. If he's going to get injured, he is struggling. JJ Gabriel as well, but we could put Chido Obi in. I think we will put Chido Obi in. Yeah, and then we've just got to keep an eye on Wheatley. Got to keep an eye on Collier and Rashford as well. So do we want to put another winger on the bench? I don't think we've got another winger, have we? JJ Gabriel can play there, but he's not fit. I suppose Endrick could do the job if we needed him to. Let's go with it. Let's go with it, shall we? Dean Henderson's another player that came through the Man United Academy that I was kind of maybe thinking at some point could be a Lamin's replacement, but he is 31. And there we go. Ethan Wheatley is injured. Raheem Sterling's going to come on. Maybe I shouldn't have started him. He was on 91%, so it wasn't horrendous, but wasn't great. Adam Wharton's another player that I was thinking maybe could have come in at some point. Would have been a good one to sign. But yeah, the midfield, I'm fairly happy with at the moment. We've got Nico Paz coming in to kind of replace Bruno at some point. Whether that's next season or the season after, I don't know. And obviously, since we moved from a diamond to a 4-3-3, we're bringing in a lot of wingers. Kevin Chardet is coming in. We've got Fofana coming in from France as well. So, yeah, they're the areas that I was worried about. Definitely. But it's a 0-0 draw at Palace, which means that we're not going to get second place either. I kind of think like if you're not going to win the league, second is pretty much as good as fourth, really, isn't it? You just got to get into the Champions League. Liverpool won the Europa League, the old UEFA Cup, which is good. They won it on penalties as well. So they've had a good season. Fair play to them. FA Cup and a UEFA Cup. But yeah, it's just going to be the League Cup for us this year. I'm just seeing Bruno Fernandes at the age of 33 is still doing enough to get himself into the Portugal squad, which is great. They think that Jace Fitzgerald should have a little run in the team. He hasn't played a lot, but he has played the last two, and Diego Leon as well. So this is what I mean. These are players that we haven't really given a lot of game time to, but we probably should start. Jace Fitzgerald, they said he's doing all right. Let's give him another run out, shall we? Let's have another look. I don't think we need to look too much at this. Jack Fletcher's one that I think we might try and cash in on, just because he's not really. I think he's an out and out 10 looking at him, and I don't feel like he is. he's going to get anywhere near it. I mean, all these boys are struggling here for fitness. So let's just pick whoever is fit at this point, rather than messing around with the academy boys. Who is fit here? It's Yara and Delit. I'm sorry, West Ham. We are doing this. We are going to do this to you. I want to give Fitzgerald a run. Conor Gallagher, and then we're down to the front three. Who's going to be in this front three? They're all knackered. They're all absolutely knackered. It's been a long season. We've been fighting on a few different fronts, haven't we? Do we play Bruno Fernandes on the wing? I mean, it's not the worst thing I've ever done. I don't think that was probably signing Raheem Sterling. Yeah, I think we're going to have to, aren't we? I think we're going to have to. Mazraoui can sit on the bench, as can Enzo. We'll go Gabriel and we'll go Rashford. There we go. Right, our final game of the season. Our final game of the episode. This will be a very, very different side when we come back. Trust me. But we're 20 minutes in, and again, not a lot's happened. This feels like a very different West Ham side. Ben White's in there, Chalobah's in there, Dizazi, Ramsey, Gelhardt, Joe Gelhardt. Is he the lad that's from Leeds? He is. He feels like a bit of an odd signing. But Jack Grealish, Flo Balogun's in there, you know. Hopefully he doesn't get sent off, otherwise Trump might have something to say about it. Dennis Undav. It's a very good West Ham side. Where are they in the league? 14th. Yeah, I mean they're on 43 points. They're fairly comfortable. I think we're going to put JJ Gabriel on at some point, even though he's not the fittest, just so he can have a chance to nab another couple of goals. Maybe we give him the last 20. Chido Obi has scored. That's his, 10th of the season? Yeah, 10th of the season. Not a bad return for somebody that isn't playing a lot, and he's only 20. So, fair play. Let's mix it up a little bit. Bruno on the wing isn't working. Let's bring on JJ Gabriel. Yeah, we'll play him on the wing. Why not? Anybody else struggling? Chido Obi for Rashford. And then we could probably go to our usual sort of front three, which is Hendrick on the right and Rashford on the left. We'll do Mazraoui for Lenny Yoro, because although we've got nothing to play for, we don't really want to be getting players sent off, do we? There we go. JJ Gabriel comes off the bench and scores. Onana's got a 10 out of 10, by the way, in the holding midfield. Superb from him. And then Hendrick, another striker, gets himself a goal as well. And then that is the end of another season with United. We have secured second place. We are 3 behind Arsenal. We obviously took the foot off the gas after they were crowned as champions. I mean, we've got some dough. We have got dough to spend. We've got a lot of money in the bank. I'm looking at this. We're going to need a goalkeeper. Definitely. 100% we're going to need a goalkeeper. I am done with lemons. Goals are not an issue. I mean, look at Bruno Fernandes, 16 and 12, still putting up numbers. Rashford getting 12, Chido Obi getting 10 with limited opportunities, and we've got Harry Kane coming in as well. So goals are not going to be a problem. My main worry is the goalkeeper, I will be honest. For assists, I mean, Enzo, fantastic signing. I love Enzo. Amadou Onana, he's up there. Mazraoui's done okay. I don't know. Let me know in the comments, where do you think I need to be reinvesting some money into this squad? Just as a reminder for you, we have got players coming in. Harry Kane, Konza Scalvini, so centre-backs covered, strikers covered. And then we've got some wingers and then a potential Bruno replacement in Nico Paz, who scored 19 goals this season. So he's going to be a very, very good signing for us. Yeah, let me know. Let me know who needs to go, who's not playing. I mean, Diego Leon, he is a backup, and he's a very handy backup. We have got a lot of left backs. Harry Amas as well. He's probably a candidate to move on. I'll be honest. Ethan Wheatley's probably a candidate, as is Jack Fletcher. Brian Austin, I do want to keep hold of because I think he could be very, very good. And then we got decisions to make over the likes of Dorgu, Sterling, Heaven, maybe even McConville. Who knows? Well, that's at the end of another season of Saving United, and we've only got a Carabao Cup to our name so far. Big changes are coming. I think next season could be massive for us, really, in terms of our mission of bringing United back to the top. If you have enjoyed it, of course, please do give us a like and a subscribe. And until I see you next time, take care.